Last God picked up on the idea here. So with Last God picking up on the idea, let's talk about this list and let's see what we've got here. This is going to be Big Red Prison or Big Red Tokens Prison. Most things are going to create tokens. We have a lot of looting effects in this list, and we're trying to go big. Now, we played a Big Red Prison list a while ago, and the idea was to actually try to trim some of the desperate rituals and create things that stayed on the battlefield that allowed you to get to bigger things. The things that we were playing before were Chandra Heart of Fire, which you see here, but also Awakened Inferno. Now, in the past, we've played Awakened Inferno and haven't really resulted in many wins when that card resolves. After all, even though you're upticking and getting that extra point of damage every turn, it doesn't really finish the game very quickly. So, we decided, let's play with the numbers here. Simeon's Spirit Guide is gone. We don't need to drone on and on about that. But in doing so, I decided to build with a bit of a restriction here on not doing 4 ofs. Now, Last God's pointed this out. There's many 3 ofs in this list. Now, we always play, when we do Karn, the Great Creator, we play 3 bridges. And we put 1 in the sideboard, which you'll see over here. So 3 bridges here. We always talk about then there's 4 blood moons and 4 chalices and this many rituals and that many lands, and ta-da, that's the list. Today, we're going to take a little bit of Karn's restrictive building, if you will, and dropping that bridge, but we're also going to drop Chalice. Chalice is a 3 of in this list. Chalice is a 3 of in this list because we haven't been having too much success with that. We'll see if that punishes us or not. There's plenty prowess burn matchups out there that I'd prefer to have the Chalice, but we'll see. Also, there are only 3 blood moons. Now, this is a bit of a not so wild about this one, but to give us this nice 3/3/3, I went ahead and kept it at 3 blood moons. But of course, because I'm on more of this 3 plan here, we have 3 gemstones. We have 3 Ramunauts. We have 3 Valakut Awakenings. By the way, we have 3 Mind Stones and 3 Maze Mind Tomes in order to help us get to those higher mana costed things. 3 Karn the Great Creators, 3 Chandra Torch of Defiance, 3 Magnetic Channelers, 3 Abrades, and 3 Collected Defiances. Why are we playing 3 ofs? I don't know. I just started cutting things and it made sense and it looked pretty. There are a few other things in here, 2 Chandra Heart of Fires, 2 Kiran Nalars, and we have 4 Seasoned Pyromancers because Seasoned Pyromancer is pretty a good card. Sideboard. Sideboard, sideboard, sideboard. I see a lot of you chatting. Some of you might have picked it up already. I'm going to have to say there is a card in here that I would 100% not run, but everyone wants this card. Anyway, we'll get to that. Sideboard has an interesting package here. We're not going to double up on anything for a Karn because I don't plan to bring anything in. In fact, in most cases, we're probably not going to sideboard that much unless we're needing the red cards, which are Anger the Gods, Kozilek's Return, Bone Crusher Giants, and Hazoret. I foresee that if we run into, say, Jund, we'll be cutting Chalices, we're going to be bringing in some Hazorets, maybe the Bone Crusher instead of Abrades, and we'll work through that. Now, there is the Karn package here, and Karn's got a lot of options. Keeping that Jund option in mind, along with some of the K-Command-like list, we have a Welding Jar has returned to the sideboard. We'll see if this matters with that bridge and protecting the bridge. We have Crypt here for graveyards. We have Torpor for ETBs. Spyglass for planeswalkers. We are still playing Chalice, so I will consider this the option over Pithing Needle. Liquid Metal Coating, of course. Dragon's Claw, because sometimes you got to run a little life gain. This card could potentially be the one that we bring in. Bridge here, Batter Skull, and this dumb boat. Yes, I'm going to play the boat. We'll see how it runs here. A lot of token generation with Kiran Nalarr and Seasoned Pyromancer. We have this cool wheel effect. We can actually get to the point where we completely lock out the game, but if we don't have a win condition against Infinite Life, for example, we could potentially deck our opponents because they won't be able to play things, and when they're not able to, we can use Collective Defiance in order to mill them 7. Think about it. And yes, That's already happened in practice. This is red tokens, big red tokens here in Modern. A adjustment to red prisons, seeing if going bigger is smarter. All right, let's see what you're all saying. And then we'll get into it. That's janky. It's rocking for Liliana. Okay, you're talking about that. Monkey, no. Chalice is just a tempo play, kind of. Where's the Trinisphere? We're not a land destruction deck. I see that Keck W. Any special reason? Any fluffy? Deck picks in Discord for Grayus. 3 ofs is an even 5%. 4 Spyros, like it. Can we cut Seasoned Pyromancer and a land for Heart of Fire and a Pia Kiran? You want to have all 3 ofs. No, we're gonna keep a couple 4 ofs and 2 ofs. Couple 4 ofs and 2 ofs. We have 2 Scavenger Grounds here too. If there was one thing that you could take away from this is we actually have 3 ofs for everything, except for 3 pairs of Scavenger Grounds, Pia Kiran, and Chandra, which then leaves us just the 4 of Seasoned Pyromancer. Take it how you like. Trinispheres for the flavor. Do you think Rabblemaster would work somewhere here? Possibly, but Rabblemaster's for League number 2. Best prison deck ever uses creatures to kill your opponent or do lists. Cool. All right, let's play some Magic. Let's go. Let's make sure we pick the right list. This is version 4. See, so Nikachu is stepping in on us. We need to establish ourselves as the prison expert. Nikachu's been posting different prison things thinking that Fishman knows what's up. Not sure. Unclear. Need to re-cement ourselves as the prison master here on Magic Online. We're going to try to do that. In our second league, we'll be fast and furious. Let's play Magic. Let's get things started. Imagine playing Trip Tribal without Trinisphere. You believe me, Brian? We're trying. What is this doing here? Get out of here. E-Banks. E-Banks, we have 3 mana here. I think we can keep this. Keep in mind that some of these Valakut Awakenings are mana as well. Got a Chalice, got a Channeler. Got things going for us in this list. Stay in your lane. Exactly. We're going to choose actually to do Valakut Awakening on turn 3 or on never because we'll have enough mana for Chandra. We'll see. I was with the learner, now I am the master. All right, we're going to try to lead with Chalice on 1 here, picking up another Valakut Awakening. See if this gets countered. This is protecting a Channeler from something like Path and Bolts. It is later, and that's why we're only on 3 of them, because in most cases we'll be playing this actually on turn 2. We'll see if it matters. Do you care about this Chalice? No, because you're going to play Teferi and bounce. I understand. Force a negation, pitching, Snapcast to the Mage. Chalice on 1 is decent. All right, we have 3 mana here. We're going to try a Channeler. I'm going to put this into play tapped, throw down a Channeler, pass the turn. We'll see if they have a counter spell for this one. No counter spell, but that could be a Bolt or a Path here. This Abrade's pretty useless, but at least we have Valakut Awakening to get rid of that. I'm hoping to play probably Pia Kiran Nalarr next. 3 mana floated here, all in the blue colors, and a Shark shows up as a 1/1. You think that's better than a Chalice on 1? Depends. Maybe my opponent wants to Spell Pierce this. Opponent attacks and puts down a Polluted Delta here. All right, so we have some options here. We can go all instant speed on them. We could attempt to Abrade. We can use this to ditch something. Could ditch the land with the Channeler, see what else we find. Could try to play Chandra into the open Cryptic Command. Kind of liking the Pia Kiran Nalarr later. Chandra gets killed by this pretty easily. Let's get rid of a land here and see what else. Let's give ourselves the most options. The most. Pia Kiran Nalarr and a Gemstone. We already played a land, so let's slam a Pia Kiran Nalarr. Sure. Straight into that cryptic command. They can't spell cryptic command, let alone cast it. That's mean. Abram's here, so we're gonna get that W. We're gonna get that W. Oh, that resolved. Why did that resolve? Resolves. All right, Thopters. Our opponents realized who they're playing against. I said, welcome to the prison dome. Watch it be more force of negations. Maybe we just played around it. Uh-oh. Foretold. Foretold. By the way, these are braids. Valakut Awakening. Woo, poof. I kind of want to attack with everything and see what they do, including Channeler. I'm afraid of this Foretold card. Could be much wrath. In we go with the team. Hugs a Thopter. We'll give this trade okay. We're gonna try to play down a Chandra here. Behold the Multiverse. It's a foretell card, and that was the foretell card they used. Behold. Behold, it's been foretold. You gonna force this? No force. Up for damage past turn. Oh, another Abrade. By the way, 3 Abrades. We won't see another one. Good. All right. By the way, we can talk briefly about why I'm playing Kiran Nalarr. Kiran Nalarr is being played currently. There's a bolt to a Chandra. Kiran Nalarr is being played because some of the removal that our opponents are playing is 1-for-1. Example, the bolt that's being cast. With a bolt being cast here, I'm able to probably get through, but also if they were bolting, say, Kiran Nalarr, I'd have several Thopters. So that's what we're doing. Fun times. All right, a Blood Moon here shuts them off white. Let's go ahead and use the Blood Moon here to look a little bit deeper. We find a Blood Moon and a Mind Stone. Let's try to put the Mind Stone down. Yeah, let's do that, because we could use Kiran Nalarr to throw a Mind Stone at my opponents. Let's go ahead and try to move Snapcaster out of the way here as well. All right, Snapcaster's out of the way. We can do 3 mana. In we go. Bam, down to 7. Down to 7, we have 2 things we can throw with Kiran Nalarr. Bonus Kiran Nalarr. Things are looking up for us. Opponent bolts Channeler. Noting, my opponent has to pick between Channeler getting too big or Kiran Nalarr that can throw things. Interesting. Interesting card. Let's attack for 3. What do you think, Zale? In for 3 puts them to 4. Oh, hold on. Hold. Hold. They're going to cast Behold the Multiverse here. Well, we could throw. I could also attempt to Abrade this. I think with 1 card in their hand, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to do 3 damage and scoot Snapcaster out of the way. Scooch, please. Uh-oh. Behold. Behold. No force. This puts them to 4. This does 3 damage to opponent or planeswalker. Probably just fire that off now. Put them to 1. Good luck. I need 1 damage, it looks like. If I untap, I get to use Kiran Nalarr, so they need to remove Kiran Nalarr here, but they also have to remove the Thopter. Let's see if they can do it. Opponent opts. Looking for answers. Questioning everything happening to them. Puts the card on top. And hands me the turn. I'll just move to attackers here, but I basically am just waiting for them to do something here. And I will throw the Thopter they're trying to steal. No, no. Not allowed. I'm liking this already. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but for probably the last week, the most common mode for this card to be used is to steal something at 1 converted mana cost or less. I don't know why, but it is literally the most common thing that's been used against me recently. Don't know. Don't get it. Okay. To me, Chalice can come out here and probably a bridge. Bring Bone Crusher and Hazoret. That is what I'm thinking here. Blood Moon is still reasonably okay, but we don't have that many of them, so it's not like an immediate must take out. Keeping in mind that Chalice is actually still obtainable by Karn. So this gives us this Karn build, but also gives us the ability to bring in some extra rushing power. Now, Rabblemaster is clearly missing here, but most, if not almost all of our creatures, if they enter the battlefield, are doing something. If you shoot Bone Crusher, you're going to take damage. It's also removal. Hazoret, unless they have Path, we're going to start pitching things. And then Pia, Kiran, Nalarr, and Seasoned Pyromancer go with the name of the list and make tokens. We'll see how it goes. Channeler did work there. Pia, Kiran, Nalarr did work. Things happened. Wow, this hand sucks. It sucks because I don't want both Hazorets, but I guess back-to-back Hazoret might not be bad. And a Braid is probably the weakest card for us to have. Am I just on turn 3 playing a Karn? So we have to play this a little bit differently. We're not looking for a fast Blood Moon or a Chalice. We can be pretty happy with just 3 lands. 3 lands and just start to drop the 4 drops like crazy. I'm going to try this. We have several 4 drops. We need to be aware that we do need to hit our land drops to have a chance at winning. We are big red. We're not red prison. We're big red prison. Airmo, what's up? Hello? Oh, we topped into a Blood Moon. Guess we'll put that on turn 3. 3 is a company. 3 is a company. Island Triome here. We'll just keep playing mountains. Playing non-basics or basics here and not the non-basics in case my opponent has a field. I'm totally expecting this Blood Moon to be countered, shall we say. All right, we're gonna run the counter, the Blood Moon into the counter rather than the Seasoned Pyromancer. We're gonna use Seasoned Pyromancer later when we have maybe an extra bad card. We're gonna basically just run this to probably Karn, to Hazoret, to Hazoret. Oh, they let Blood Moon resolve. Nice Aether Gust you got there. Or did they mess up? Or did they mess up? We'll find out. How's my evening? My evening's been pretty good. How has yours been? Let's try Karn here. Maybe I'll go get that boat. Oh my gosh, this resolved. This resolved. Oh no. What do I go get? They probably have bolts. Man, I don't want to get this boat. Better to have Scavenger Grounds online? No. Nope. Do we think Batterskull's better? Or do you think the ship? It's probably one of those. It could also be a Spyglass. Name like Teferi so that this doesn't get bounced. I guess they're off white. That's unlikely. Could name Jace with the Spyglass here too. I suppose the most aggressive thing we can do is a Batterskull here. So let's grab that, see what's up. Batterskull online. We have the land, by the way. Incoming bolt here at Karn. Karn's dead. 2 mana Snapcaster Bolt. Okay. Cool. We might take this turn to do Seasoned Pyromancer and abrading here. Seasoned Pyromancer digging deeper. Opponent's got Cryptic mana here. Or a dragon. Is this common now? This is the second time I've seen this thing. This is hard for us to kill. This is a problem. I guess I have to play Batterskull down and hope it lives so that I can start gaining life. We're hoping they don't have some force of negation or something. This is the second time I've seen this dragon. Must be an Aspiring Spike thing. It might be. At least our Batterskull is alive and well here. Attacks for 4. Makes more treasure tokens. Making Blood Moon even worse. Dragon. Maybe we should be playing this dragon. Who knows? All right, we're going straight to combat here before we do anything this turn. Attack for 4. Try to gain some of this life back. 5 mana. Shark. A 3/3 shark. I might abrade something now. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are we doing for 4 mana? Leave my Batterskull alone. Cryptic Command after. The problem is that I died twice to this. Let's go ahead and we allow this to resolve. I kill... Oh, I should have done it before the draw. Kill that. Let's play a Seasoned Pyromancer. This way I can attach Batterskull, possibly. Hazoret and Mindstone goes away. There's a Chandra. And play for just an extra land. So I can kill this or attempt to equip Batterskull. My opponent has a lot of bolts. Makes me really worried to try to get this attached. They could just have a Cryptic Command too. We'll probably go Chandra try to kill this. Oh, especially if they tap out here some. Behold the Multiverse. This could now... there's a lot of things that could go wrong here. If they don't bolt this, that's fine because they would bolt me. This is 5 to equip. Yeah, Bolt kills us. We have 4, 5, 6, potentially 7 mana here. I guess 7 mana makes a Batterskull plus the Valakut Awakening here. So I try to attach here. Not worried about this. Bolt kills us, so this is why we're going to do this. And they don't have 3 blue. They have 2. What are we doing for 2? Oh, Aether Gust. All right. They get us because this 4 comes in over top. The Aether Gust had both Chandra and Batterskull covered. Bummer. Bummer. Dragon, huh? I mean, I have 2 bridges here, so that's okay. And Blood Moon's looking worse and worse. Let's take 1 Blood Moon out and bring 1 bridge back in. Honestly, maybe I just bring the 2 chalices in. It's not very good. But I don't think I have much else going on. You thought we were going to get destroyed by Electrolyze? Well, they did tap 3 mana. It was a possibility. Aether Gust is a good card, especially against a mono red list. All right, we're going to keep this. We're on the play this time. We get to slam down a Valakut Awakening into Mindstone and then start Pia Kiran Nalarr. Should be good. Yeah, dragon's pretty good. Maybe we should start looking at it and then go even bigger red. Make all the mana. All right. Opponents kept 6. They did mulligan once. Okay. Flooded Strand for our opponents. We'll slap down a Mind Stone. I'm going to do Mind Stone over the Maze Mind Tome because this actually gives me Kiran Nalarr on turn 3, which is pretty nice. There's a Triome for them. Flooded Strand. Let's go ahead and burn one of the Kiran Nalarrs. If it enters, great. If not, does enter here, so that's good. Bolts Kiran Nalarr. Okay. Gets a island. I'd love to play Chandra Heart of Fire next. We'll see though. Land? No land, but a Seasoned Pyromancer's pretty juicy. All right, so we basically probably have to burn through all of their counters. I'm thinking I want to try another Kiran Nalarr, honestly. Another Kiran Nalarr gives me 4 in the air. That's pretty brutal. We haven't seen any board wipes from them. Sharks are a problem going forward. But I think it's the most mana efficient thing, and I don't really want to be pitching stuff with Seasoned Pyromancer. More tokens, less spot removal. Let's go. Not to mention that these two, not that I can play this, but I guess Karn and Maze Mind Tome plays into a Force of Negation. And by playing more creatures, we avoid that problem. So we'll see if that helps. Fetches and shocks here to Snapcaster, and it looks like probably Bolt Kiran Nalarr. After all, this is 4 in the air plus 2 damage per thing I throw. Looking good so far. Another mana here. Island. Little Jace, maybe bounces a Thopter, who knows. Does bounce a Thopter. Okay. Alright, so we can't play Heart of Fire. I could play Karn. I could play Seasoned Pyromancer. Kind of leaning towards Seasoned Pyromancer, getting rid of Maze Mind Tome and Chalice. Attacking 2 here and 1 at them, putting them to 12. Seasoned Pyromancer continues to play around Force of Negation. I don't think I want the Karn in some ways either. Like I said, we're kind of playing around that Force of Negation. They won't get much value out of this Jace. Let's go combat here. Maybe it's smart to do 3 here and not, you know, Gut Shot's a thing. Gut Shot is a thing, I suppose. We're going to assume they don't have Gut Shot. 2 and 1. 2 and 1 Seasoned Pyromancer, get rid of Maze Mind and Chalice? Maybe. Maybe. Actually, I'm going to do Seasoned Pyromancer, get rid of Karn and Chalice. This may seem weird, but this Maze Mind Tome, if I hit a land, is super good. Not to mention this plus Chandra Heart of Fire would be great. I can draw and keep up with our blue mage over there. Big board presence. Great Chandra coming up. Feeling good. 4 mana for my opponent. I'm not even going to scry here. We're going to take more natural draws than anything. Land, swing with the team. Probably pass the turn. Maybe play Chandra. Blocks here. Elemental is what they block, not the Seasoned Pyromancer. Again, because Seasoned Pyromancer makes more tokens. They're down to 6. Do I slam Chandra? Cryptic Command. If no Cryptic Command, we're pretty much winning. At the same time, I'm presenting lethal here. Let's just take a natural draw with the Maze Mind Tome. Keep in mind that I have Stomp as well with Bone Crusher Giants out there. So we'll take a draw with Maze Mind Tome. Maybe even draw with the... Oh! Stomp. Use some mana, please. No mana used. Let's get rid of this Mind Stone. Let's draw more cards. Oh, that's a good one, too. Lands. We'll play this next. We have Chandra Heart of Fire. They're going to Cryptic Command. I'm going to attempt a Heart of Fire here. Could even put the Bone Crusher, but we'll try Heart of Fire. If they have a force, they use that now. If not, hit him for 2. My opponent is down to 2 life. Ramming out runes is an uncounterable way to finish this game. Feeling confident here. Match 1, big red tokens in Modern. I ate a good dinner. The brain's functioning today. No timely? No timely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put them to 1, right? We have a force. They didn't force the Chandra. We have a dragon that just is a one blocker in the air. Snapcaster Cryptic, that's mana intensive, and we have a Ral. It worked. It worked. We got there. Let's keep going. Keep going. Huh. Huh. Who would have thought Kiran Nalarr would be an all-star? Everybody's raising their hands from the people that played in 2017. I got it. I got it. I know. I'm jazzed. We got this. It's gonna be a good night. I can feel it. We've already used Defiance. We've used plenty of Pia Kiran Nalars. Season Pyromancer was good. Heart of Fire was good. Karn got things. Blood Moon's done a little. Channeler's done stuff. Chalice got forced. Good night, everyone. I did, Crab King. I did. We're gonna play first here. Oh no, gemstones. What are you doing? All right. I'm gonna keep this. Once again, we don't have to find things that ritual us out really quickly. We're trying to be a little bit more over the top with these tokens. Hope I can teach you the modern ways. We'll try. We'll try. Hello. Hello, Fubuki. All right, we have a Marsh Flats here. I don't think I need a ritual out. Potentially Thoughtseize style list. Let's Maze Mind Tome. Maze Mind Tome here. We might be using it to draw cards. Mind Stone plus draw next turn looking okay. There's a basic Swamp. Okay. They're fearful of Blood Moon. One moment. I need to read this card. I'm not familiar. Cleric of Life's Bond. Whenever another cleric enters the battlefield, you gain a life. Whenever you gain life, for the first time each turn, put a +1/+1 counter. I'm going to scry. Bottom. We're not going to scry on the draw here because I'm going to probably do something else. Maybe Collective Defiance here. Zendikar Limited Bomb. This is only going to grow once. I could probably wait on this and use Mind Stone plus Maze Mind Tome draw here. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not too afraid of this. One thing we could be doing instead is killing this and then Chandra downtick on the next creature. But we do have quite a bit of removal in the list, so we're going to go with it. 3 mana. Okay. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. All right. Oh boy. Triggers. This is probably that list then, Sweet Liberties. I'm gonna go ahead and draw my card so I can hit that sweet F6 button. Draw card. Mind Stone. I don't have any mainboard sweepers, so that's something. That's something. The slow-mo joke? You said I saw you tweeted about not playing music because people watch on 2x speed. That's a statement. If there was a joke, you're talking to the wrong guy. One, two, play Maze, play Mindstone here, Collective Defiance. We could also use a couple modes on Collective Defiance now. If we do that, I'm kind of curious to do and pitch like these 3 cards and just get fresh stuff, killing this thing probably. I was wondering if you thought about speaking in slow motion like a whale. Dory does that. Oh, I see. There's slow motion comment. I was just making sure you used some channel points. Stop distracting me. We're trying to win here. I guess I care about this. Let's triple mode this. Here, oops. We got to be careful how we triple mode. First mode, target player discards all the cards in their hand and draws. I mean, this would refresh this. Do we want this Chandra? Maybe I want this Chandra. You're a paid actor. I feel like I kind of want this Chandra, but like at the same time, just new hand looks pretty juicy. I probably don't even have to go after them. I could do this on... I could play a Mind Stone here and then get a brand new hand. But if I do that, then this has to be killed through the Collective Defiance. So if I do this, then I have what, 4 mana? Double mode this. That seems fine. I don't think Chandra's gonna win this. Let's do this. We're gonna do a 2 mode here. Target player discards and deal 4 damage to target creature. So we're gonna do the discard. We're gonna kill the 3/3 here because this is a legendary creature, and we're gonna discard our 3 cards. Bye bye Gemstone Caverns. We don't need you. I'm not gonna scry here because we can have a draw next turn. Oh, look at that. I love it. All right, great hand. Woohoo! Check that out. We can use Seasoned Pyromancer to get rid of a Blood Moon, draw more cards, Channeler down, big beefy. Ooh, Castle. Maybe we do Blood Moon now. Crab King? We're focused here. Oh no, a 2/4. That's a big threat. Whenever another angel or cleric enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness, as long as you have at least 7 life or more. Then you get starting creatures, you get an Anthem effect. All right, so we have a Karn the Great Creator here. Karn the Great Creator could go get a Torp Orb and slow some stuff down. 4, 5, 6 mana we currently have. We could also get into a position where we could try to lock them out. The problem is that this has to be dealt with by a Torp Orb. If we go that route, we're Seasoned Pyromancing. Like this. Getting rid of Channeler and Blood Moon. Trying to hit a land. We can take an extra draw with Maze Mind. I think I like this. Seasoned Pyromancer, get rid of 2 things. Try to get it so I can Karn down tick Bridge on the same turn. So we do hit a land. Might be taking a scry now. We won't play Karn this turn. I think we're okay and we'll pass. This guy be playing Modern. There's another Valkyrie. They're going to gain 4 here. This is a slight problem, but I think we'll be okay here. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. We got this. We're down to 7. Taking a lot here. We take 6 here. I need them to not have a cleric in hand. But at the same time, I can Maze Mine twice here. So we're going to block here with Seasoned Pyromancer. We have to take the upper side here. Everything's so big that I can draw with the Maze Mine Tome and then take a upkeep Scry. So we can draw here. Heart of Fire is a really good follow-up. We're going to take a Scry here. We'll gain our 4. That puts us back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I suppose the land's not the worst thing. I don't have anything that kills stuff, so let's just do it this way. Karn, down tick, and put a bridge into play. We're at 5, so hopefully we're okay. Bridge saves us, and then a Torp Orb must follow. We need them to not... I don't know. Their creatures are fairly large. Their toughness will be bigger because of the Valkyrie. I think I die here because this is actually 8 now. And when we lose to this. And I couldn't go get a Torp Orb fast enough because I needed the bridge to protect. Okay, interesting list. I haven't seen this. We can definitely beat this though. All right. Easy modes here. I'm gonna take the Blood Moons out and just bring in, like, you know what? Let's keep a few Blood Moons. What do they have? Chalice on 1 be good. I wonder if Chalice is better than Blood Moon. My opponent did fetch and stuff. We're on the play. Let's get Chalices in over Blood Moons because they're easier to drop out of hand for the bridge. Okay. Okay. I think we can do this. This is interesting. I haven't played against this. Obviously, it seems like it's an MTG Goldfish list based on what people are saying. Let's go ahead and mulligan this opener. No lands. 1 lander's not good either. We can mulligan this. All right, we have 3 lands. We can work with this. 3 lands, Karn, probably good. Keep Seasoned Pyromancer, maybe Chandra Torch. And Chandra go away here. That's probably just what has to happen. Oops. All right, on we go. Seasoned Pyromancer will make sure we hit lands on curve and potentially block for Karn. We'll just hope this opening is not a Thoughtseize. Definitely could be one. Nope, it's the Vessel. It's the Vessel. Land drop, go. What's really cool is that Modern's in a place where these little lists can show up. What's not cool is when you play a meta list, you're going to just struggle a little bit against the fringe lists, if you will. But it makes it a good challenge, and I think we can beat this. We'll see. Opponent attacks for 1. This has lifelink, so 2019. All right, we're gonna try to work our way to a Karn the Great Creator. Seasoned Pyromancer getting rid of both Chandras. Karn has the pieces that we need to lock our opponent out. We find ourselves another Karn. Oh well. Opponent did not have a 2-drop. A little bit interesting that they kept a 1-lander, or not a 1-lander, a creature on 1 and no 2-drop. Ooh, Liliana. I like this Liliana a lot. All right. I'm going to take my damage for a turn here. We're immediately rewarded for doing so. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Liliana, and I think I'm happy to go ahead and swing with the team. Go ahead, opponent. I love this Liliana. This Liliana and the other flip Chandra, I really wish I could get working better. All right, we have this Righteous Valkyrie again. Followed by An unearth. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Land, thank you. All right, let's start things off here. Karn downtick bridge. We will hope they don't have a Thoughtseize that they've been hanging on to. I would think it would have been a little strange. So this Righteous Valkyrie is a 2/4 gain life when things basically Tristani on one half of this, and then an Anthem effect, kind of like Saracendant-esque, based on life gain. All right, what do we got here? Veto. 3, 4, 5. Maybe they attack just me, please. Please just attack me. This is rough, but maybe bridge. Who knows? Attacks for 1. Here's 3. So this is an easy double block here and a singleton block here. Yeah. This way we clear some of this off. I know that this could come back as a 5/5 potentially. They gain a little bit of life here, and they're going to get the Veto's triggers here. Healer doesn't flip because Healer died. We have a bridge coming down here. All right, so it has to be bridge. I'm gonna lose Karn probably anyway. I probably want to go get a Torp Orb here. Just use this Karn as efficiently as possible. If I go up, I suppose I could get it next turn. And if they play anything pre-combat, this can't attack. This stuff could attack. Question is, do they have anything to get rid of bridge? The other thing I could do is go get a welding jar right now. If I do a welding jar, though, I'm not going to find Torp Orb very quickly. Let's go get a Torp Orb here. I don't think waiting's a good idea. And I think I'll go ahead and put the Chalice into play on 0 so they can't play anything pre-combat. We're going to lose Karn, that's acceptable. We have another one. But at most we're taking 4 here, 3 because I can block 1. 4 still because of lifelink, so I'm at 6. So if they have 2 creatures that gain life, we could be in trouble. Hoping they go after Karn here. 2 at me, 1 at me, 1 at me. I hate this. We'll block here. If they have 2 unearths, this could be a problem. We'll see, though. Cleric shows up. We're at 2. Do they have 1 more? And then they unearth. Dang it. Well, this was painful. Well, there you go. Pretty good list when we have bridge as one of our ways to lock them out. Interesting list, too. So one thing that we've looked at possibly for Heliod combo and also for just any general life gain is a Ferocidon. We didn't play it here because we figured we would be fine with, say, a Karn, the Great Creator kind of build. But if we run into more lists like this, just something you can consider. Fringeless beats us, though, and I'm not totally surprised by that. Could we have gotten maybe Tormod's Crypt? Maybe, but then if they attack, they'd have to have 2 cards. And if they do that, we can't get Torp Orb, so they're getting like 2 extra draws probably. It's tough. It's tough. I mean, you could play Weathered Runestone, or you could just play Grafdigger's Cage there. No real difference for the two. They're not a sort of the meek list, so you don't need Weathered Runestone. But yeah, instead of our Tormod script, we could start playing things like that instead. Their deck did have some stuff that came in from the graveyard. Please note, we're not trying to beat Dredge with this list. Dredge just kind of dumpsters on Red Prison. All right, Danny Means is our opponent. Let's see if we can get a W back from that unfortunate loss. All right, we'll keep the opening hand here. We have a Lurrus opponent. This can mean a variety of things. We're probably going to go ahead and keep either the Maze Mind Tome or Mind Stone. I'm wondering if Channeler even makes sense here. It might be better to take both of these. And I only say that because they're a Lurrus deck, we have a good idea that they're probably a Rakdos list, which means the Channeler is an easy target for them. There we go. And now having both of these, at least I have things that can help me find my next lands. They'll probably take a Braid or the Mind Stone. That worked out. That worked out. If we have one of these, they probably just leave the Channeler and they take one of these if these were the only ones left. They probably have a way to kill a Channeler. What you gonna take, opponent? What you gonna take? Look, Mind Stone. All right, we'll play our own Mind Stone, or our Maze Mind Tome, and go. Ooh, we're Jund. We're Jund. Tarmogoyf. No instant in the graveyard just yet. Gonna bottom this. Actually, let's not set stops here. Let's just take a natural draw. Blood Moon would be pretty good. No Blood Moon, though. We'll pass the turn. We're actually going to draw with Maze Mind Tome. Being that they're Jund, they have Thought Seasons, Inquisitions, and Lilianas. This opponent won't have Liliana, obviously, because they've got Lurrus, but it's kind of interesting that we are in this Jund world. All right, we can kill this. I think I'll go ahead and do that. This does grow Tarmogoyf, but it doesn't make it impossible to get rid of. We'll take a Scry at end step, probably. Oh no, this is a 4/5. Never mind, because of the creature. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay. Forgot there was no creature yet. Doing the Abrade was not an instant only. We have a Scourge and a Tarmogoyf. Looks like Chandra's going to get to kill a Scourge here. I'll cash it in like that. All right, extra Maze Mind Tome. We got a lot of life gain here. What's funny is if they were to play another Scourge here, we could actually kill it with our Maze Mind Tome. This Tarmogoyf probably comes at Chandra here. I don't see it going towards my face. Yep. Cool. Planeswalker here. This does make this a 5/6, making a new Chandra a non-thing. Let's bottom here. I'm going to take my draw, actually. Just take a draw. Bridge. Nope. Go ahead and take our draw now. Okay. Play a Channeler, pass turn. We'll probably take the 10. Take the 10 and use the Channeler to try to find a bridge. It's probably our only out here. It's a lot of damage. Verdant Catacombs puts Lurrus to hand. There is a Chandra. If I go for this, I have no blocker. Let's see more cards here. We have 3 Collective Defiance. We have Channeler. They're going to play Lurrus plus Swift Spear or Bobble. Chandra played just uptick. Use Blocker. We use Blocker. We block 5. We take 5, 6. This sees 2. But if I play Chandra down, we'll see the draw plus potentially up. But if I don't do up, I could see more with the Collective Defiance. Let's play Chandra here. I'm going to actually go up for damage and hope I'm going over a non-bridge here. 1 less card. It gets me 1 deeper. Blood Moon. Okay. Wasn't a bridge. We'll use Channeler as a blocker, hopefully. Please no Bolt. Please no Fatal Push. I think this gives us an extra look here. Because they'll probably threaten lethal. Or attempt to. And then we get the draw. We can use Collective Defiance here to draw. Went to combat. Okay. Block. No activation, obviously. Okay, 3 mana, Lurrus, Bobble, and use Bobble. Cool. All right, top of the library. We draw a land. So we can draw an extra card here off Collective Defiance by using the mana here. It's kind of the same as just going up with this. So we would rather go up here, hit bridge, because then the next turn I can use Collective Defiance on here. If I had like 2 more cards in hand, the Collective Defiance would be better. Seeing 1 card here or 1 card here doesn't change anything. Up we go. Bridge. Has to be bridge. Or we could do Kiran, Nalarr. Okay. Hold on. This is a small out. We're going to hold the land here because if I whiff again, Collective Defiance with the land draws me an extra card deeper, which means then the Chandra uptick for mana is better. Here comes a Swift Spear. Okay. Inquisition plus Bobble here. Am I dead? No, I don't think so. But now the Collective Defiance is gone. No, they brought the Swift Spear back here. Okay, so I'm now blocking here, here, here. Take 2. I'm dead to a Bolt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Polluted Delta. I'm dead to Teamer Battle Rage. I'm dead to... Whoop. Overgrown Tomb. Okay. Oh no, Fatal Push. No! Fatal Push on Kiran, Nalarr. Alright. They got us. Block Tarmogoyf, take 6. Draw would have been a Valakut Awakening. Valakut Awakening would have been an extra draw. So we would have put one Collective Defiance. And so we would have hit 3 cards after this if they didn't have that. 1, 2, 3. Seasoned Pyromancer could then be played to create a blocker, which wouldn't work, so we'd have to uptick with Chandra and hit an Abrade. Huh, interesting. Has Prism 5-0'd since the bans? I don't know. I'm not the only Prism player out there. I have not, but I also haven't had a whole lot of time to play. All right, let's get these Hazards in. Hazards and Bone Crusher Giants. Chandra seems iffy. I like all my tokens. I'm wondering if Collective Defiance could take 1 of out and one of maybe Channeler. Channeler can get killed by a lot of things. You know what? I'm going to keep the Collected Defiance and get rid of an Abrade instead. Would I like to play first? Yes. There have been so many 4-1s posted, so you take that for what you want. We'll keep this. We have a Chalice. Here's a good example where Simian Spirit Guide would be a lot better for us, but we just have to take the Chalice and hope that the turn 1 isn't a Thoughtseize Inquisition. Bobble. Nice. All right, looks like we're gonna get a Chalice on 1 here. Bridge is a really nice find too. Cool. I would yeah, it was cool. All right, Chalice on 1's pretty OP. Maybe I change anything? Wow. I don't think I'm gonna change anything. Let's send it back. Yeah, there's been lots of 4-1s. I think because the meta is so open, we have some difficulties. We'll just say that. We're gonna keep this. Chalice on 1 was a broken card last game. Not to mention I have Bridge and also Karn. My opponent's not respecting Blood Moon. I love it. Here you go. Here's the Chalice. You can take that. Seasoned Pyromancer is not a bad draw, as it will create tokens. We have a follow-up Thoughtseize. All right, opponent's deciding the discard is the way to go. Meanwhile, setting up the token slaughter here. All right. Inquisition takes Seasoned Pyromancer. All right, I see you. Do they play Gurmag Angler? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Not going to give them any information here past turn. Piakir and Nalarr might just win this. Are you out of discard now, Danny? Danny memes? All right. I want to play Karn, but I also want to play Piakir and Nalarr. I think, though, the hardest lock here is definitely Karn, downtick, and go get a liquid metal coating. So we'll go ahead and give that a shot. I feel safe enough to do this that this could just be the game ender right here. Sometimes your 5-0s just come with a little bit of luck. There you go. Opponent keeps a 1-lander, shreds the hand, and we just casually make our way up to 4. There you go. 2-1. 2-1. Yeah, he needed a land. He kept a 1-lander, but I don't, you know. I don't think it was a bad 1-lander. He had 3 discard spells. So if he rips a land off the top, he double discards the second turn, and then he just starts playing stuff. Chalice can ruin their day, but they are in Jund colors. K-Command, Assassin's Trophy, and Abrupt Decay are all cards that they play. They can also get around our Chalice on 1 fairly well because they have Scourge. Scourge is actually the strongest card for them. Scourge, even though we don't lose life, they typically do, and it doubles down faster than a Rabblemaster. Also, once it gets to 4 or greater, it's very hard for us to kill. However, we have a little more than usual. We have Collective Defiance and Chandra are 2 things that can get rid of X4 creatures now. All right, let's play first. No lands. Can't keep that. All right, this is good. This is good. I will keep actually probably the Maze Mind Tome here and keep double Piakir and Nalarr getting rid of Mind Stone. We'll work our way up to Piakir and Nalarr. Bye, Mind Stone. For those going, hey, keep Mind Stone, play turn 3 Piakir and Nalarr. Maze Mind Tome gives us so much more value against so many more decks. And if they are a discard or anything like that, it's just great. So we're against Elves. This will be interesting. Elves will be interesting. We're going to do some scrying, trying to find the answers we have. Our board wipes are in the sideboard, unfortunately. That's okay, though. Could Karn and Torp Orb and Bridge. I wish I had these main decked. Turn 3 Chandra. We could be almost dead here. I'm gonna bottom. I'm looking for a spot removal. Since we thought we would have a little more time. We didn't know what we were playing against. Let's bottom this. It's too late for that. Blood Moon pass turn. I'm gonna gain a little bit of life with the Maze Mind Tome. Look for maybe another land here. Play Pia Kiran Nalarr, make blockers. Throw Maze Mind at Chancellor. We play the Blood Moon just to shut them off black because Shaman of the Pact is a thing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 9. Scry here. Need that land now. We'll take it. Land played. Pia Kiran Nalarr. Blockers. Blockers. Just draw Chandra Awakened Inferno? Ha! 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 I owe you 2 hydrates. I've decided to not hydrate anymore. All right, based on what we have in hand, we're going to just block in such a way that we take care of some stuff here. We'll take 4. We can play another Pia Kiran Nalarr. Another Heritage Druid for my opponent. We will scry, take our draw here, kind of try to set things up as best as we can and gain a little bit of life. Mind Stones, no. Bottom, we'll take something new. That's an okay card. It's Pia Kiran Nalarr and pass turn. Your redemption is push-ups. Let's see what they attack with here. My next play is Chandra down tick here. I might actually go ahead and just take this. This is only 2 damage, putting me to 9. They're saving enough here to do something. All right. I put another channeler. That's fine. Take our draw. Put this into play tapped. And we'll play, or not tapped. Chandra and down tick on one of these. Shrink everything back down a little bit and pass turn. Another elf. Okay. Another elf. Kind of wishing I had that chalice on 1. Looking for bridge. It's probably our best draw. Sets up with another Elvish Clan Caller here. Draw. Okay. They have 1 card left. I think our best bet here is make mana. If I make mana, I could play New Chandra, kill Elvish Clan Caller, Pia Kiran Nalarr, throw at Elvish Clan Caller. Chump blocks something, kills something. I think that's gotta be it. We gotta get rid of the Anthem effects, and I need them to not use another Clan Caller to get a new one. So we're gonna throw immediately here. I know this is 1 less blocker, but now everything's a 1/1 and so much easier to deal with. And this is only 5 with 2 blockers, so it's really 3. Now they could play a, well, they can play Collected Company. If this hits Shaman or Lords, we're dead. Well, maybe not quite dead. We might have one more turn. I need to submit Shaman of the Pact, though. Shaman of the Pact here, I can block 2 then, they get through 3. Okay. They do get a Lord. No, this isn't a Lord effect. Never mind. Okay, they're attacking Chandra here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I have to block with this? I want to throw this. They're tossing everything here at the Chandra. I think blocking Heritage Druid's the smartest thing and just lose Chandra here. Oh, they're gonna regen, obviously. There we go. That makes sense. We can still throw Thopter at Azuri here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some damage here. I probably have to kill Azuri now. Even though I'd like the blocker, killing Azuri now is probably a requirement. Otherwise, they'll just Anthem kill me. I'm going to pass the turn holding Mountain so they think I have one more spell here. I'm hoping for no Collected Company. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Karn downtick doesn't do it just yet. This also gives me a pitch with Magnetic Channeler if I feel brave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Block, 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 block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still take 5 here. We're gonna block in such a fashion that if I get a Mind Stone, I can use that to throw at something here. Realm Walker's scary, but I don't think I have much else that I can do other than do some blocks here and take the damage down to 3. I save one more by blocking here, but I kill 2 things. Okay, here we go. All right, so 1, 2, 3, Seasoned Pyromancer. We play the land here because drawing 2 is fine here. We hit a Blood Moon and a Chalice of the Void. I can put Chalice on 0 or 1. If I put it on 0, I could throw it at something. If I put it on 1, I can stop future 1-drops. I have 3 blockers here. Can block here, block, block. Could also block here to create more tokens, like double block and single block. So do I want to put the Chalice on 1 then instead? Why does it have to be 0? It could be 1 to prevent new things, because this can look at the top of the library and they can cast elf creatures. So future elves are a problem. Maybe I need it on 0 though, because if they get a Lord effect off the top, they'll do 1, 2 here. Attack, attack, attack. I block and block and block. Well, Lord doesn't have me yet. I suppose I can beat future 1-drops. And just hope they don't run a set of them off the top. This gives me the option to kill Realm Walker if they Alpha Strike as well. Not going to use Channeler. I don't know if it's necessarily... We're dead if that's the case. No attack here kind of makes me want to spin a Channeler here to find an Abrade. I'm still in the game 1, right? Yeah, I don't have that many hits. Let's save spinning for our turn. Okay, land. Play lands, spin. It's almost got to be better because I have 4 plus 3. It's got to almost be 100% better to just pitch Blood Moon here and look for something better. Oh gosh, okay. Braid gets rid of Realm Walker, but Chandra just starts killing things. If I play Chandra, I can't throw Chalice. Is throwing Chalice necessary here? We have one card. Collected Company has so many hits that kill me. The higher upside's the Chandra because the Chandra can win in the future. Keeping in mind that if I abrade the Realm Walker here, then I can Chalice throw. And if I do that, then I'm down to just two things. That's probably the higher win, right? What's up, Bunny? Well, the key is that the Realm Walker's killed by the abrade and it leaves the Chalice open in case we have a top deck Lord. If they top deck a Lord here and I play Chandra, I'm chump blocking here, blocking, and I take 4 and die. No, I would kill one of these with the Chandra. I would take 2 and go to 1. But I'm block. Yeah, I think if they have a Collected Company, we're just dying anyway. I'm going to take the Chandra here, knowing full well that if this is a Collected Company they have, we're probably just toast. Let's go ahead and kill something and pass turn. Fingers crossed. Well, they didn't fire it off there, so I feel pretty safe. They would have attempted and tried to find 2 Lord effects to protect there, or the Shaman. Here's a Lord effect. Okay. We don't die here yet. Oh, they're going more. See, they're playing things off the top. So this now digs us for a bridge. We have to avoid Collected Company. This can find Karn or Bridge. There's 6 hits in the list. I would attack with that. So now I block here so I can at least get some tokens. I don't want to take any of this damage. New Channeler. All right, so we want to probably look as deep as we can to find Bridge. Again, we're dead to a Torpor, or we're dead to a Shaman of the Pact. So looking as deep as we can, we want to use the pitch first here. Pitching Channeler, looking 2 deep. Then Chandra, looking 3 more. So we're looking 5 deep here, plus the draw, so it's technically 6. We find Bridge. Nice. All right, so Bridge, definitely going to play that. There's really no reason to probably pick this off at this point because we die to a Shaman. So in some ways, I just want to find a Karn. So let's go up, looking for Karn. Karn found. All right, we found our 2 pieces here. I'm going to go ahead and use this to go put a Torp Orb into hand. Fingers crossed. We need to live right here. No Shaman. No Shaman. They can't play the Shaman, but they could Collected Company the Shaman. This draw here has to be a Collected Company. It's a Realm Walker. I think we're good. I think we're good. Woo! Nettle. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we did it. And a land and an unknown card. So Chandra let us dig far enough. Avoided Collected Company a couple times there. Looking pretty good. Immediately Torp Orb here. I'll go ahead and use the Karn downtick here. We're going to use this to go get a Liquimetal. That should be fine to get now. Liquid metal. We can start shutting random stuff off. Let's start doing damage upstairs. Go ahead, opponent. No Rex Sage. True, true. We're good. I think we're good. I'm feeling safe. I'm nestled nicely against our prison here. All right, let's go ahead and start killing some lands here. We can play a Seasoned Pyromancer. We can play new Karn here. We'll uptick for good value here. Here, 2 damage pass turn. You're inclined to grab Welding Jar. Chalice is on 0 right now. Dwynen's Elite. They could have a Force. I could work my way around the Chalice on 0 if we want to. Rex Sage is taken care of for Torp Orb. They would have to have a main deck way to target the bridge, which they could. Now that we have another one, how do we feel about that? I suppose it's more correct to go ahead and get the Welding Jar. Maybe I don't want to show them I have a Welding Jar, though. Let's go ahead and get rid of my Chalice here and just set ourselves up so that we can really, truly have them locked out. 2 damage pass turn. I will eventually get around to the Mana Dorks and stuff like that if we had to. Their Elvish Archdruid, though, is just so big. Here's a Collected Company, which shouldn't kill us. This is actually good to see them burn one of these. I don't know what I'm doing with this anyway. This was probably incorrect to get. It was probably better to get a Welding Jar and then use the Chalice get rid of and then have the bridge in case they have a targeted removal. 7 turns to go here on our prison strategy. Elvish War Master. The way they're drawing makes me think they might still have an out. Never mind. They concede. All right. Whew. All right. Guess what we get? We get removal spells. We get removal spells. A lot of stuff here is pretty good. It was a well-played game. We're on top of it tonight. We're on top of it. All right, I like everything in the list. I like Blood Moon because it prevents shamans being cast. Karn obviously gets Torp Orb, an extra bridge. Bridge's good. Chandra's not bad. I don't know. Channeler helps us dig. Channeler might be just a little slow. We could swap that out for some of this removal. Let's take one Seasoned Pyromancer out. Extra removal being added here. Chalice is fine. Bridge is good. Braids and Bone Crushers are good. Collected Defiance is good. Chandra's good. If we had a second land, I'm going to go ahead and mulligan the 1-lander. There we go. Keep. Throw back a Kiran Nalarr this time because we have Chalice plus Maze Mind Tome. Hey, thank you for the Prime. The Legend of Steen. I'm going to throw Kiran Nalarr back. Maze Mind Tome gains us a little life, smooths out the draws. We're going to put a Chalice on 1. Got this bridge. Blood Moon's like the last thing we're going to be playing here. Hi, Blood Moon. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Nettle, Mystic. Cool. All right. First step, Chalice on 1. We need to slow this down. Step 2, probably kill a Lord. Step 3, Slam Bridge, maybe Maze Mind Tome. Getting there. Step 4, Blood Moon. Let's go. Dwayne's Elite, something they can play. They can play a Lord effect. Attacking for 2, I like it. Getting that untapped value here when they play that Lord. Series of Lord, we'll kill that. Season Pyromancer's cute, but let's go ahead and kill the Lord, I think. We could also just like accept this and kill one of these. Maybe I'm supposed to Season Pyromancer this turn. This isn't really technically a Lord effect. It would be awkward if I draw... If I use Season Pyromancer and draw a Wrath. But let's make some blockers. You know what? I've convinced myself Season Pyromancer is not a bad idea here. Let's get rid of the Maze Mine and the Blood Moon. We're going to keep the Abrade and the Bridge because these are things that gets everything kind of taken care of. We find no lands, no Wrath effects, Big Chandra. Oh well. 1-drops are taken care of here with the Chalice. Need 2s and a bigger. Land drop here would be Maze Mine or Braid. That wouldn't be a bad thing. Opponent goes combat here. I think I'm happy to go ahead and technically trade this. We'll use 1 mana here to give this regen. This gives me tokens in the future. Totally fine with me. 2 mana Dwynen's Elite. Oh, Elvish. Nice. All right. My opponent's board could go pretty wide here. We do hit land. Excellent, excellent. Let's play a Maze Mind Tome to smooth the draw out. Let's go ahead and deal 3 damage to Azuri here. Looking pretty good. Got this nice big Chandra. Maze Mind Tome. Pick this War Master off. Uh-oh, black mana found. This is a pretty easy double block here. We could also single block here. The reason to single block would be expecting Coco. We do expect a Coco here, but we're hoping they miss a Lord, and then I can get rid of the War Master. Keeping in mind that Lord effects here, now the Bridge becomes a priority over the Chandra. And we can appropriately look for just a land here with the Maze Mind Tome. So double Lord effects here. This is totally fine because now everything's huge. We do take 4 instead of 0, but we've kind of forced this hand to be what it is. Top deck, say, wow. Shall we? Le boom. This is at 3, by the way. This is at 2. Goodbye, board. That was good. Chalice on 1. Let's see what you got. Dwynen's Elite for 0 value. Maze Mine, show me the land. Thank you. Guess we're gonna play that Chandra. Is this game over yet, opponent? I don't know. Take 2. Go, go, go. Little 6 for 1. Well, we had a plan here. We had the Bridge. Scry a little bit. Let's bottom. Let's take something a little more interesting. That's no different. 1, 2, 3. Bridge. Let's go up. See if we can find ways to lock them out better. Blood Moon looks good. Blood Moon's pretty nice here. Cool. Season Pyromancer and Collected Defiance are obviously excellent cards here as well, but shutting them off black seems good, especially if we find Karn plus Liquid Coating, which are both possible here. Opponent misses the land drop, so they don't have Collected Company. Maze Mind Tome. Taking a Scry here. Don't need another Chandra. That would be just too brutal. Top of the library is a bridge. Let's go ahead and play bridge here and then use Chandra. We can hit a land plus Karn. We hit Maze Mines, Seasoned Pyromancers, and Chandras. Let's play a Seasoned Pyromancer. This gives us a 2/2, draw a few cards. We can play a land and pass turn. This looks great. We got an Abrade here. Seasoned Pyromancer, 2 bridges plus Blood Moon, Force of Negation, not Force of Negation, Force of Vigor is not that scary. We can attack with Seasoned Pyromancer here. We have a Seasoned Pyromancer down here. Looking pretty good. We'll probably just do damage now. Play land, damage, and pass turn. And just beat them down with creatures. I did see that, Corey. I did. Glad to see we're back home. Making it happen. We've decided to change course here and not worry about a collected company. Because this is going to be 6 damage a turn. I'm almost certain they have a collected company, but we should have it pretty well covered with the Abrade plus the Chandra. I do like this Chandra a lot. Torch of Defiance is probably my favorite competitive one. Fire of Kaladesh is probably one of my favorites, along with Acolyte. This feels really strong here. We're about to do another 6 here, and we have a Chandra at a 10, which just means she's going to probably be able to hit 2 more times. We get it from our Elves opponent. We do find Anger with the Maze Mine Tome helping us dig for that. If we were to start using Chandras up, we'd hit some pretty nasty things as well. This is 2. Put this in. Collected Defiance. Woo! Little 3-1 starting us off here. Let's see if we can get that 4-1. An unfortunate Fringe list did take us down, but I think having a little more experience with it and maybe tuning the sideboard slightly, we would have a good shot against that Cleric list. Yeah, I like a lot of Chandras. I have a Chandra Funko Pop. You can't see her. She's off screen. I need to rework this somehow so I can put some of this stuff in view. Maybe we pivot 90 degrees and then I can show you that wall. Kiran Nalarr's doing a lot. Big house in the list for sure. A lot of tokens, making it happen. We're having to go back to tokens because everyone's playing so much spot removal. Teamer Tim's our final opponent here. Huh, look at this. We both rolled a 1. Then we both rolled a 3. And then they won 6 versus 5. Keep the opener here. A little light on lands here, because I'm going to ditch one to the Gemstone Cavern. But hey, there's an Abrade here. Got a Collected Defiance. We got things going. Maybe they'll play an Arbor Elf. Swift Spear. We have Prowess. All right. What's cool about Prowess here, we're going to go ahead and Abrade Swift Spear. What's cool about Prowess is we actually have Collective Defiance in the list now. Collective Defiance can get rid of the big flying, Stormwing, which is something that wasn't always the case, which is super nice. Because we think they're on Prowess here, I'm going to go ahead and start with a Bridge rather than a Seasoned Pyromancer. If we can work our way to Chandra Heart of Fire, we may do so. Opponent Lava Darts us, that's fine. They did miss their land drop. Things are looking really bright for us already. The Fringe list was a list with Fringe list was the Cleric list. All right, so we have a few options here. Gonna play a Seasoned Pyromancer, just get some threats into the battlefield. Collected Defiance and Abrade are gonna be pitched here because I think I can win with a Chandra with the Bridge. We're just trying to hit our land drops. We do hit one, pass the turn. Looking good. Might bolt something. Lava Darts and Elemental. All right. All right. Opponent's missing lands. That's a little unfortunate. Plays a Soulscar Mage. We hit a Blood Moon. I really want to get this down. I see the value of a Scavenger Grounds. I see the value of a Blood Moon here. I see the value of just holding. You know what? Let's just hold. I miss again here. We, if I miss again, we play a Seasoned Pyromancer. We get a free attack here because they're not going to Lava Dart with the one Singleton land here. Attacking here, I will immediately block. We don't want to activate a light up the stage. Looking pretty good. I will say my opponent's obviously sort of missed for a long time. All right. Collective Defiance is cool. Seasoned Pyromancer, though. Let's just find what we need here. We need this land. That's all we need. What are lands? what are lands? At least I guess we have Karn now. We could make Bridge into a creature and start smacking them with Bridge. I don't know. That doesn't seem smart. We connect for 2 here. Prowess opponents on turn 6 here. Bolts us down to 15. Getting super lucky here that my opponent's got just a Steam Vents. This game would be a lot closer if they had anything else. Opponent cannot attack here into the wall of creatures. We do hit our land. Let's just send in the wall of creatures, shall we? They'll block. We're going to get to actually play Chandra and kill the Soulscar Mage here, which is super nice. They bolt upstairs. We're going to hit for 4, 9 to 12. I like where this is going. Being able to kill the Soulscar Mage here. Clears the board one more time. There's no way they have... There's no way that in that situation you would use a gut shot or a mutagenic. All right, so we get a lucky one here. Man, we were struggling to hit lands too. Funny enough, I still think there's a small conspiracy that if you're struggling lands, sometimes your opponent will. Just saying. Let's see here. Bone Crusher, Kozilek's, and Angers probably are worthwhile additions. I can see just taking pretty much the channelers out. Chalice 1 looks real strong. Can break a Blood Moon out. 2 more Blood Moons for Hazarets, potentially. I'm going to actually do channelers and see how that works over Hazaret. Hazaret's really expensive, and Bridge is relatively decent in the Prowess matchup versus Burn, where it's not. So we'll do this. Feeling fairly confident here. We're not going to keep one-landers. we want to give ourselves the best chance at winning this, so let's mulligan. 3-lander here is probably okay. Keep, get rid of a Collective Defiance, use Seasoned Pyromancer to create blockers, or Bone Crusher plus Collective Defiance in order to win. Our opponent's a fan. Oops. Let's put this into play. I don't see myself wanting to draw cards in the future because we do want to enable Bridge. All right, in for 1 here, and we're going to get a light up the stage. So hopefully burn all the mana they have this turn, so Bone Crusher Giant has a chance here at the Soulscar Mage. We have a Swift Spear and a Manamorphose. Looks like my opponent missed lands again. Hopefully they didn't kip a 1-lander. Unfortunately, it looks like they did. We'll go ahead and stomp this on our turn, hoping that this kills. Does so, and we'll pass the turn. They need a land. They do find one. Excellent. Manamorphose plus Swift Spear this turn, probably. If by chance they play the Stormwing, we've got the Collective Defiance, which is probably the best spot we could ever be against Prowess, as we normally have problems at this point killing that Stormwing. Doubles down on Manamorphose here, making all the red mana. Plays a Swift Spear and plays a Soulscar Mage. An Anger the Gods would be great. No such luck. Okay. Well, we can kill something. Kill no blocker. It's okay. Kill no blocker's okay here. Not so worried about Swift Spear right now. Obviously, a few repeated spells could be a problem. Yeah, killing the mage allows our Bone Crusher Giants to stick around better as well. They might have to decide right now if they want to go kind of all in at us, knowing that Bone Crusher Giants are probably going to block their way. Sprite Dragon's one that I'd like to kill in the air. That's a pretty good one. Attacks for 2. This takes me to 16. I want to kill a Stormwing, but Sprite Dragon might have to be the case here. Shoot, this is a lot of damage. All right, I think here our best shot is actually doing a Mind Stone down, Seasoned Pyromancer, and draw 2 new cards. I'm thinking this because, honestly, unless we have really blockers, we're only getting rid of a dragon here. Now, I could wheel the hand away with a Collected Defiance and kill the dragon. And with 2 blockers, that might be enough. If I wheel the hand away, though, I'm not going to get the 2 blockers next turn. Where Seasoned Pyromancer getting rid of Collected Defiance and a Gemstone gives me the option to double Bone Crusher the following turn. This gives me only 2 chump blockers, though, for Soulscar Mage and Swift Spear. And if they use spells to clear these, then I don't have much. We have to keep in mind my opponent has 3 cards in their hand, though. Really, if they pump this dragon too large, a bridge works nicely, too. I think I'm going to do the Seasoned Pyromancer. The Collected Defiance would have to kill the Sprite Dragon, but I think this gives me the deeper looks that I'm going to need, and then if I hit another land, I can double Bone Crusher. Not that that's going to fight back, but digging probably deeper here while establishing chump blockers is probably our best thing. You think kill the fairy? I don't know. I think the dragon's a problem, but I think taking all this damage and just killing one thing is also a problem. There's a lava dart. So we'll just keep track that this would obviously be dead here, but I'd have nothing else on the battlefield. So this would be actually lava dart to us. So we'd be at 14 here. 14, 11. 11 taking 8. Which means they won't need one more spell. Temur Battle Rage. Didn't matter which way we went. They had us dead both ways. Alright. Had us dead both ways. Kiran Nalarr is a good chump blocker for this. Alright. I think we like what we have. Opponent had a lot of creatures. We like what we have. Let's just run it again. All right. Play Channeler on turn 2. I have really expensive stuff in this hand. I think mulliganing here is fine. We can always try to get a turn like 2 or 3 bridge, which is pretty good. Let's mulligan. Here we go. All right. I will get rid of a Heart of Fire because Chandra Torch of Divines can kill the big flyer. I know we don't have double red. Sometimes you've just got to hope that the double red comes off the top. Hand looks pretty decent, though. It looks better than that first one. Fetch and Shock here. They do have green. This is interesting. We haven't seen the green. All right. Let's go ahead and play a Channeler here. Playing the Channeler instead of the Mind Stone, I'm not looking to get to Pia and Chandra. I'm actually looking to find red mana. So if Magnetic Channeler lives here, I have this opportunity to find that red mana. If my opponent bolts and removes the Channeler, fine. It's 3 damage going to Channeler, not to me. Gives me another draw here. My opponent's committed another creature. I'm looking for red mana. Red. All right. Bridge is a nice card, but not what we wanted. Still can hit it, though. This is going to be a lot of damage this turn. This is turn 3. Typically, they don't kill on turn 3. It would be a kill on turn 4. Ooh, Destructive Revelry. That's aggressive. Come on, land. Create a blocker here. This isn't a good blocker. I'm taking damage off my ruins. We have barely seen any lands. This is true. Come on, deck. I just need one more land. Braids away the Channeler here. Hits me for 4. Puts me to 5. I'm going to 4 because of ruins. And we miss our land drop again. Well. Opponent had trouble one game, and we have trouble this game. Oh well. Sometimes that's the breaks. Sometimes that's the breaks. 3-2 though. 3-2, playing a fringe list and then getting beaten down by the prowess. Feeling once again that Chalice on 1 off Simian Spirit Guide pain. Overall, though, the list performed very well. Performed very well. A lot of instances where we were just stronger than our opponents. Getting so much more value for our cards than our opponents. Obviously, we board wiped an Elves player, which is pretty brutal. But Pia, Kiran, Nalarr carrying weight. Seasoned Pyromancer carrying weight. Channeler carrying weight as well, and Heart of Fire doing what it needed to, digging us through that one game as well. I'm pretty happy. It's a pretty good list. If there were any changes that I might do, it might be add one more land. You could cut maybe like an Abrade or a Defiance, possibly. You could argue you could cut a Bridge as well. Though it would be very difficult in those aggressive matchups where you need maybe a Bridge because we don't have a board wipe main deck. So, a bit interesting. Definitely a lot of tokens. Sideboard, you could definitely tweak it a little bit. Never wanted the boat. Throw it away. Never use it. Just get rid of it. Hazoret, we could probably go down 1. You could play like a Glorybringer or Stormbreath Dragon. I still think a Welding Jar might be necessary, but maybe not Tormod's Crypt. Maybe like the Grafdigger's Cage or the Weathered Runestone. We forgot Dragonclaw was in our list. Could have brought that in against Prowess. I think on 2 lands, though, we were pretty dead. Pretty good, though. I think this is definitely, if you want to be playing a Karn build, I think this is probably the direction we can start to go. This felt strong. I'm pretty happy with it. Big tokens, big red. Oh yeah.